One of the long-standing jokes with a lot of our students are a common response they'll get to questions from our faculty is, you guys all know what's coming, right? What is it? It depends, right? Yeah, so speaking about the gray area is very, very appropriate, and it's not just us. So Dr. Moore, thank you for your comments. I really appreciate it. So for the first time in the many years we have hosted this event, we have never had a member of the graduating class actually address the audience, which honestly seems sort of strange. So this year we are correcting that. This individual that's going to address the audience today was selected by his peers to make this presentation. So I'd like to welcome Joseph Rinaldi to the stage.
Before I start, I just want to thank Dr. Moore one more time, so maybe we can give him one more round of applause. Good afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Joe Rinaldi, and I'm the fastest test taker in this class. Fly, boom, roasted. Yes. For those of you who do know me, I'm Michaela's boyfriend. I want to thank you for choosing me to speak today. I am so honored, and I hope that my heartfelt message, along with some quotes and some jokes, will be worthwhile as we prepare to start our careers. Unlike some of our lectures, I want to keep things brief. This message will be directed toward the class of 2019. However, I feel that the sentiments I'll be sharing transcend healthcare and apply to life in general, so I hope you can all find some value in this message. So without further ado, let's get started. But before I start, Saj, Dylan, please keep all questions for the end. Also, there will be no questions. It's hard to believe that our time here at Drexel is done. Except you, Kelly. Congratulations on the residency. Drexel's very lucky to have you. We've learned so much during our time here, and it's all important. Well, except ultrasound maybe. However, I want to draw our attention to something we didn't focus on a whole lot. I want to draw our attention back to the reason why most of us chose this profession in the first place. Because we care. I want to start by sharing a true story that I first heard over 10 years ago at a middle school assembly. I honestly don't remember much from middle school, but I'll never forget this message. It's something that touched me and changed the way that I look at life, and I hope it can do the same for you. Here it is. Some number of years ago, there was a man who committed suicide by jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. When the police carried out their investigation, they found a note on his nightstand table, and the note read as follows. I'm alone in this world, and I don't belong here. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to walk 1 mile to the Golden Gate Bridge at rush hour and take my life. If one person smiles at me, I won't do it. While the story is sad, it carries an important message. You see, every single person in this room, in this city, and in this world is battling something that you can't see. Whether it's a patient or just somebody passing on the street, I want to encourage you to be the reason that someone smiles today. I can't believe that I'm about to quote Dolly Parton. But if you see someone without a smile, give them yours. Because a smile can truly make someone's day and even save someone's life. As physical therapists, we will be surrounded by people who can use a smile. We will all have the incredible opportunity and privilege to interact with people who are in pain, who are suffering, and who are vulnerable. While the information that we've learned in school is relevant, it all falls second to genuinely caring about the people in front of us. As Theodore Roosevelt once said, people won't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I want to encourage you all to be there for your patients always. Care for them with compassion, empathy, and a spirit of love. Listen to your patients, make them feel heard, and make them feel valued. Get to know the people who you treat and understand that it's a privilege to be in a position where we can help people who are trusting us to take them where they want to be. Now, I know it won't always be as easy as that, and I've been warned time and time again that as we begin our careers, there will be times where we feel overwhelmed, and times where we won't know what to do next. In those cases, I want to offer a piece of advice from an old friend, Albert Einstein. He once said, "Not everything that counts can be counted, and not everything that can be counted counts." When you feel overwhelmed and experience self-doubt, because it will happen, Just remember that not everything that matters shows up in the numbers or on paper. Remember that the important things, how we care for other people, how we love other people, and our intentions to leave this world just a little bit better than we found it, can't always be quantified. When you're not sure what to do next, just do the next right thing. Fall back on the fundamentals and choose to be there for the person in front of you. Make it part of your job to help your patients believe in themselves, because like Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Find ways to show your patients that they can, and things will fall into place. No matter where we end up in our careers, I want to remind us never to underestimate the power of human connection. Because like Maya Angelou once said, people may not remember exactly what you did or what you said, but they will always remember how you made them feel. Above all else, care about people. Make them smile, be there for them, believe in them, and give them hope. And whatever you do, don't use ultrasound. Just kidding, it could be appropriate. We'll ask Sarah to later. I want to end this short speech with a personal story. It starts back in the fall of 2015 when I interviewed at the University of Delaware. I remember seeing a handful of you that day, and it was a significant one for me for a few reasons. First, it was where I realized that Delaware was not the school for me. Second, it was where I first saw the most beautiful girl that I've ever seen. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's Michaela, and I had to throw that in there because I knew it embarrassed her. But it's true. Third, and maybe most important, I met Matt Brody, and let me tell you how. After a 6-hour interview day, I was exhausted. I had a 2-hour car ride home ahead of me, and I decided to go to the bathroom. As I got settled in at the urinal, I felt a tap on my shoulder. I looked to my left, and there's a stranger with his outstretched arm, and he says, "Hey, I'm Matt." And all I can think is, "Hey, I'm going to the bathroom." Little did I know that I would see Matt time and time again, let alone wearing a banana costume on multiple occasions. The important part of that anecdote is that I ended up at Drexel. However, that almost didn't happen. As many of you know, I have an eye condition that's been causing me to lose eyesight since I was 10 years old. I've never let my poor eyesight stop me from doing anything, but just a few weeks before our program started, I experienced a sudden loss of vision. I came very close not to attending Drexel. It's now over 2.5 years later, and as I stand up here before you, I can confidently say that choosing to pursue Drexel in the face of uncertainty was the best decision of my life, hands down. While it might not have shown, I came into the program feeling alone and feeling down. And whether you knew it or not, you all helped pick me up and make me feel at home, and I can't thank you enough for that. I look back at my time at Drexel, and I can't help but be grateful for everything and everyone. With my short story as an example, I want to encourage everyone here to seek discomfort and make decisions that scare you in the pursuit of being better. Because with the right attitude, some effort, and a little bit of faith, you can truly do whatever it is you set your mind to. I believe so much in you all, and I know I'm not alone in that. I'm going to miss a lot of things about Drexel, but most of all, I'm sincerely going to miss each and every one of you. You become family to me, and I know you're all going to do great things in the world of healthcare. Except Chris. I hear that Dr. Benedetto is bringing him on staff for full-time tech support. Chris, you'll flourish. All jokes aside, you're all going to be exceptional physical therapists who are going to better this world one patient at a time. There's no doubt in my mind. If you ever need anything at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to hear from you. Before I close, I want to leave you with the wise words of Paul Shakespeare. He once said, "We might not be able to change the world, but we might be able to change the world for one person." Whether it's in the clinic or just in life, remember that everyone is struggling with something that you can't see. And that with every interaction, no matter how big or how small, you have the opportunity to change the world of the person in front of you. No matter where our careers take us, I hope that we can always remember why we chose this profession. I hope that we can embrace the fact that the best physical therapists are the best humans, and that our time here on earth is bigger than our work, and it's bigger than us. If I could leave you with just a few words today, they would be this. If nothing else, care about other people, love other people, and in everything that you do, make an effort to leave this world just a little bit better than you found it. I want to thank you again for choosing me to speak today. On behalf of the class of 2019, I want to thank everyone here who came out to support us and celebrate with us today. We couldn't have done this without you. I want to thank Dr. Gard, Dr. Williams, and all the faculty here at Drexel who invested their time, energy, and effort into our personal and professional growth over the last 2.5 years. I'm confident that I speak for everyone when I say that we're grateful for what you've done for us, and Drexel will always feel like home. Now, I know I've been talking for a while, and Maura, I know what you're thinking. Yes, we're done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
On Friday at our final class meeting, I explained to the class that this was the first time that we were going to actually have someone from the class speak to the audience. And I looked right at Joe and I said, Joe, don't screw it up. And, because then we'd have to really consider whether or not we were going to continue. But I think it's probably safe to say Joe has set the bar really, really high for this talk, and that's a tradition that will continue forever. So thank you, Joe.